There is a firestorm tonight over what happened 3 days ago at a Starbucks in Philadelphia, where the police were called in and 2 black men were arrested.
Caught on camera, 2 groups of black women say they were racially profiled at a Hyattsville swimming pool.
We are back now with that video of an incident at a bakery when a New York woman used a racial slur against a young man after she refused to wear a mask in the store.
As you can see, I'm a black man.
You ain't black.
I live in Lagos, Nigeria. And as a black man, I have interest in knowing what is happening to black people all across the world. Then I discovered that something extremely strange is happening in America. And that is, America always puts race tag on everything. So I'll be listening to news on CNN, on Trump, and I'll see this guy adding race to every single thing that happened.
Is the president a racist?
Racial bias, racist rhetoric, racist slurs,
A racial slur on their racism.
A racist.
racial bias,
On their racism.
racial bias,
On their racism.
racial bias,
On their
racist
racism.
rhetoric, racial bias.
This exact thing that this guy is talking about and everybody is hungry about and all the black people in America are ready to riot about, this exact thing is happening on the street of my town and all of us are black. Why do they have to add race into this? Now, you really will not understand what I'm talking about except I give you some concrete examples. So let me do that now. You see, in 2015, I announced to my father that I wanted to get married. And my father asked me 2 questions. Question number 1 is, who do you want to marry? And I said, her name is X, Y, and Z. And question number 2 is, where is she from? And I said, she's from Delta State. And you know what my father said next? The 3rd question. Why do you want to marry an Irobo woman? Now, take a moment to assume this happened in America. Imagine there is a white guy, 28, who wants to get married and tells his father, Dad, I want to marry a black woman. And the father said, oh, why do you want to marry a black woman? Guess what will happen next? Oh, heaven will break. CNN will carry 75 television camera and America will be making noise about this single incident for the next 3 weeks. And I will see such a news and I will say, what are you guys making noise all about? And some of you will think, oh, that is usually because people are racist. It is because your father is racist. You guess what? Immediately my wife told her family who she wanted to marry. They told her exact same thing my father told me. My mother-in-law did not like me until probably 3 years after I have married her daughter. Not because of what I have done, but because I am a Yoruba man and I marry her daughter who happened to be a Yoruba woman. And we are the same people in color at least. Now, what's the point I'm making here? People have issue with one another as long as they are from different tribes. And it is not necessarily because of the color as American media want to make it to sound like. I'm coming back to tell you how all this negativity is affecting all of you black people in America. But for now, let me give you a few more examples. This time last year, I was having conversation with a particular landlady. This landlady was telling me, I cannot rent my house out to an Igbo person. Now, for you to understand how crazy this is, you need to pick up a Nigerian map. Okay, this is Nigerian map. Edo State is here. Why Igbo people are people of Imo State, Anambra? These people are from the same area. In fact, many a times, they dress the same way. They eat the same food. But this woman came to Lagos, built a house, and she said, I'm not going to give my house to Igbo people. I don't like them. And she is saying it in the public. And I asked you to come to Lagos and you are going to see like thousands of sentiments, stereotypes, and stuff like this. What we do is we move on with it. We don't make noise the way America just make everything seem as if it is a race battle between white and black. Why, in the real sense, it is simply a battle between humans. Humans don't like themselves. The solution is to move on. You can't afford to make noise every time somebody talks to you because of the color of your skin. You can't afford to be hungry every single time somebody does not like you. Then CNN help you to see it as if it is race battle. It is white and black. Then I ask you, what happened to us that we are in black nation? All of us are black, but we still have issue with one another. As long as you don't come from my tribes, maybe you don't know. Nigeria is a nation of 250 ethnic groups. You guess what? None of these groups like themselves, and they all have the same color. They are all black. So if CNN wants you guys to think the reason why somebody doesn't talk well with you is because of the slavery history, is because you are black, then I'm asking you, why does my mother-in-law say I should not marry her daughter? We are all black. So that must be because of our color. Maybe I'm not black enough. Okay? You know what is very funny about this incident? Many black people who today live in white nation are racist themselves. When they come back home, they are racist at home. It is only when they test their home medicine, they know it is bitter. So let me give you an example of this. Now, my cameraman who is behind this camera wanted to marry a particular lady probably 3, 4, 5 years ago. And the lady is a Nigerian, he is a Nigerian. But the father who lives in the United Kingdom says, because that man come from X and Y tribe, I cannot give my daughter to him. Now, this is the same man who on the street of London will be complaining that a white man is a racist. But back home, he doesn't want to give his daughter to somebody, not because of the behavior of that person, but because of where that person comes from. So I'm not getting why such a man will be angry that a white man is racist. I think what he does is different. You see exact same thing everywhere you go, which gets me to conclude that the problem of humanity is not the problem of color. The problem of humanity is the problem of difference. Human beings don't like anybody that is different from them. You have to understand this from the perspective of our evolution. If you go back several million years ago, our ancestors lived in small tribes of 100 people, 150 people. Anytime they see anybody who is not a member of that tribe, they either hate you, discriminate against you, if you are lucky. If you are not lucky, they kill you. That is how human brain evolved. So, till today, humans still don't like anybody that is different from them. However, American media make American black people to think it is a peculiar problem that they have to fight.
Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets!
But I'm telling you now, I live in a black nation. If I go to bank tomorrow morning and I enter a bank hall with an Hausa man, you guess what? The banker will attend to me better than he will attend to an Hausa man. We are both black, but there is a stereotype that people that come from where I came from are likely to be richer than Hausa people. So a banker use that stereotype all the time. You know what we do? We just move on. We don't break glasses. We don't call for riot because of that. At this point in the video, I want to throw out 3 suggestions that I think can help you if you're a black man living in white nation. Number 1, as black people, you have to understand that media actually profit from your sentiment, your anger, or your riots. So let me give you an example. I think last month I was reading one book here, The Art of Public Speaking, and there is a story in this book told by Dale Carnegie. Dale Carnegie was talking about a chief editor of a newspaper having meeting with his journalists, and he told them, listen to this, he said, if you go out to look for news and you see dog biting a man, ignore it. That is not a news. Don't come to the office to tell me that's a news. However, if you are going on the street and you see a man biting a dog, take the photograph and run to the office, because that is the news. You know the meaning of this story? Where journalists need something to arouse the public. They are looking for something that will make you anxious, eager, or angry. They have to arouse something in you to get you to click or to buy their paper. Now, let me show you a practical way American journalists or modern journalists do it by showing you one of the videos I used at the beginning of this video.
There's a firestorm tonight over what happened 3 days ago at a Starbucks in Philadelphia, where the police were called in and 2 black men were arrested.
This video, captured by a witness's cell phone, shows police talking and later handcuffing the men while they were waiting for a friend. The men wanted to use the restroom, but the manager said that per store policy, they couldn't since they didn't buy anything. When they wouldn't leave, she called police.
Okay, so the first time I saw this video, the question I asked myself is, why did that woman have to add black into that news reporting? Because I cannot understand. I think I am too dumb or too stupid to know why black, that word black, is useful in that context. Okay, 2 men or 3 men goes to a business, Starbucks in this situation. They sit around for like 30 minutes without buying anything. Nobody asked them to go. But they said they want to use restroom, and somebody told them, you can't do that. According to our policy, except you buy something, buy water for heaven's sake. Then they sell water now. They don't sell water for that place. Now, somebody announced to you, except you buy something, we cannot allow you to use our restroom. And it was about to cause conflict. Somebody called the police. Then, news reporter needs to add black before that sentence. Should I tell you something? Exact same thing happened in my city every minute of the day. If you go to a restaurant to have a meeting, you buy something. That is what people do anywhere in the world. So if you now say, I'm not going to buy anything and I want to use a restroom, and the manager says, okay, our policy says you can't use the restroom. I don't have problem with human conflict. People can fight because they are human. I have problem with journalists having to add their race to that conflict. This does not have anything to do with their color. It's a business with policy, and the manager announced that policy. Don't add black to that news reporting. But you know the reason why American journalists have to add black, white, green, and yellow to every of their reporting? It gets American black people to be hungry. And when you are hungry, you click that news and you watch it and you make money for CNN. So let's check the second clip.
Caught on camera, 2 groups of black women say they were racially profiled at a Hyattsville swimming pool, but the man at the center of both viral incidents says she's only recorded the women and called the police because they were breaking the rules. Michael Quander broke this story. So Michael, how did all this start?
Well, Reese, look, here's the deal. Both groups will admit that they both had glass bottles at the swimming pool, and yes, that's against the rules at most pools.
Okay, some group of women go to pool and the pool get rule. The rule for the pool be say, una no fit bring bottle if you are coming to this pool. That is the rule. Then some women say, I want to bring bottle. Again, I don't have problem with human conflict. Human can have conflict and should have conflict. What I'm asking you is, what exactly does race have to do with that conflict? Why does that man have to add black before that news. He should have said 3 women go to pool today and they carry their bottle and they drop it and it cause problem. But you guess what? If American media report their news like that, they will not get black people hungry. If they don't get black people hungry, they will not have clicks. So my simple advice for American is you guys should stop adding race to everything. Not be only you they get conflicts. Everybody all over the world they get conflicts. Not be only you they receive stereotype, racism and all of that. Come to my country, come to my city. People stereotype. Stop putting race between 2 people that have conflict. Call it conflict between 2 people. Oh, you will think this idea is crazy, but I tell you, some of the most intelligent black Americans have actually suggested the same thing long ago.
How are we going to get rid of racism and stop talking about it?
This is the reality everybody in the world has adjusted themselves to, except black Americans. Anybody who is different from you is likely not to like you. Again, I live in a black nation, but we have 250 tribes in my nation. All of us have the same color, but nobody likes each other. If you go out and as a Yoruba man, you meet an Hausa man, you like each other, you are lucky. You go out as an Igbo man, you meet a Shekiri person, you like each other, you are lucky. But deep down, there are too many people who don't like other people. It's a reality of life. We just move on without making noise. You can never see a single headline in my country saying one Shekiri man slapped one Igbo man. The way America put race in front of everything. Our journalists will say 2 people fight in Oshodi and kill themselves. Good. They won't say one Hausa man. One Hausa man. Like, you can't continue doing that, for heaven's sake. I think the third thing, which is probably the most important thing, is black people in America should stop assuming anything anybody does to them is because of their color. For example, let's imagine there is a white policeman who woke up last week and his wife decided to divorce him, and this man is troubled and he has to go to work. So he goes to work. The first person he has to deal with as a policeman happens to be a young white lady. He talks rudely to this white lady. The second person this guy have to deal with happens to be an elderly white man. He talks rudely to the elderly man. And this guy deal with 9 people like that, all of them white. And he was rude to all of them. But by 1:30 p.m., he came across a black young man. And this guy is rude to black man. But this guy recorded that encounter and posted it on social media. You know what will happen? That video will go viral. And everybody will say, that man is a racist. The question I want you to answer honestly is, do you really think that man is a racist? In my own opinion, that man has a problem. Then somebody else will tell me, okay, so why is it that all the video of maltreatment of people we see are black videos? I have an answer for that. And the answer is negative bias. Negativism sells more than positivism. So if a white man, for example, does what is good for a black man 900 times, then he does what is bad because he is human. He does what is bad to the black man 1 time. Nobody in the world will see the video of that 900 times, but everybody in the world will see a video of that single time. That is why one of the Yoruba musicians in the past said, "Gbogbo re to ba se fọmọ ayé, orí odò náà ń kọ sí." That is Gbenga Adeboye, by the way. but gbogbo òbí tó o bá ṣe orí òkúta non-inscribe ẹ̀ sí. Ìdí tán fi ń kọ́ sórí odò ni pé wọ́n fẹ́ kódò gbé lọ. Ìdí tán fi ń kọ́ ìyẹn sórí àpáta ni pé wọ́n fẹ́ kó remain forever. If you don't know the meaning of what I just said now, maybe you should come and learn my language, okay? Anyway, what it means is that people don't care about the good you do. They want your bad to be popular. I know by now it is sounding as if I am promoting racism, but if you really pay attention to what I'm saying, that is not what I'm saying. Racism is not good, but it is not everything we should call racism. If black people continue calling everything racism, he look at me, racism, he call my name, racism, he step on me, racism. You are going to create a world where everybody is afraid to do anything or say anything. And how is that world going to look like? Thank you so much for watching my video. I'm Steve Courage. I like to make noise about black people. I talk about entrepreneurship too. If you like what you've seen so far, you can subscribe or share my video.